if you could build your own bespoke AI tool in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee and without paying a dime? That's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. If we haven't met yet, I'm Suze from SB Success Factor. I help small businesses with their communications and content needs and finding ways to leverage systems and tech to make it easier, faster, all that good stuff. Now, you've probably heard of ChatGPT's custom GPTs. They're powerful, but they require a paid account. The good news is there's a free alternative. It's called a custom gem, and they're Google Gemini's answer to custom GPTs. With a little copy and paste, you can create one really quickly. First, though, why would you even want to make your own custom AI tool? Because as a small business owner, freelancer, or creator, you probably repeat a lot of the same tasks. Drafting emails, repurposing content, creating outlines, summarizing notes, synthesizing boatloads of data. Instead of starting from scratch every single time, you can set up a gem that already knows your process, your format, and your preferences. Think of it like giving yourself a reusable shortcut. Okay, with that in mind, let's move on. Now, one of the things I love most is that you don't have to be a tech person to create a custom gem. If you can write down what you want and then copy and paste it into Gemini, you are ready. You're ready. But I also want you to know the trade-offs so you can go into this with eyes open. On the plus side, as of September 2025, gems are free, quick to set up, and surprisingly flexible. You can shape them around your exact needs instead of using a one-off prompt every single time. On the flip side, there are some constraints and limitations to consider. For example, privacy and intellectual property matter. Anything you paste lives inside the gem, so you probably don't want to feed it highly sensitive information. Gems also aren't as easy to share with others as custom GPTs. And you should expect that creating a good gem usually takes a few iterations. Think of it like testing a recipe. The first version might come out a little off, then you tweak, test again, revise, so on. Within a few rounds, you set up a gem that asks the right questions and responds with the right outputs in the right formats. You've got yourself a handy helper that saves you real time and effort. Let me give you an example. I created a gem that generates customized lorem ipsum text because, of course, I want on-brand filler copy. Anyway, I worked back and forth with ChatGPT to define and refine the instructions for the gem. And Chatty even gave me the instructions in a format that I could just slap right into the gem. Super easy. It definitely took a few rounds of trial and error, but overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. Now, when I go in to use my custom lorem ipsum generator gem, it prompts me to provide a few bits of info like how much text I need, preferred seed words, and the vibe I'm going for. And then it spits out what I asked for. I can then use that dummy copy wherever I need placeholder text. This is sort of a silly example, maybe, but you could create a custom gem for any number of other use cases, like generating podcast show notes in your exact desired structure, title, short summary, and bullets with timestamps, or maybe turning messy business notes and plans into a polished project brief. The process is basically the same and fairly simple. You decide what you want your gem to do, define what you want the output to look like, and then list any must-have requirements like tone of voice or word count and boundaries. With those three things, you're really ready to build. And you don't have to do any of this alone. You can talk it through with Chatty the whole way. And in fact, I recommend that you do this because you'll probably end up with a much better custom gem. Your big takeaway here is that you don't need to spend money to create custom AI tools. With custom gems, you can start now for free and refine as you go and put AI to work for your business in a way that's personalized and deeply useful. And you can lean on your favorite AI tool to actually help you build your gems so you aren't flying solo. Now, before we go our separate ways today, to make sure you're a responsible and savvy user of AI, I've put together a resource for you called CYA with AI content, workflow, and checklists. You'll find it right here on the page. It's free, so go grab it. It's designed to help you protect your business and your content when you're using AI tools so that you can feel confident about what you're sharing out into the world. If you have any questions related to what we've covered here or need help with this in your own business, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have a great rest of the day and thanks so much.